The hell's in a shelter? Nope. Nope. One of these days, damn it. I don't know which one it was. Yeah, so it's like an SCP. It's like the SCP Foundation. Is that right? SCP? I think that's correct. It's like they handle weird anomalies that have a supernatural aspect to them, and all of a sudden I can lift things with my brain? What? Weapon mods? Personal mods. How can you mod yourself? Yeah, I guess we'll put that on. I don't know.
You gave us the permission to regulation. We made use things. The word that describes it.
6 people. Why do they have a shelter in the middle of agency room? I don't know what you call it. Garbage. It's like they're all praying to something, or something took over them and making them worship it, pretty much.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, so the place shifts. Is it gonna eventually be like that one shitty ass horror movie? What is it? I can't remember. They made 2 of them. A real B-ass crap movie. About a haunted hospital. Garbage. That's the one thing I don't understand. It's like I accepted the gun, so it made me director somehow. Or the gun accepted me, so that made me director. And so apparently I've been director the entire time. I mean, or does the building just know that I'm director now and just kind of automatically change this? They wouldn't leave any pictures around for like previous directors or something, like honored directors of the past or some shit. That's cool. I really like that. Man, y'all are getting
sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy.
Okay, so I'm possessed by a ghost?
It burrows in like an infuriating...
Every time she asks a question, if that thing replies, I get some kind of weird shadowy thing on the screen. So, what the hell? Visitors in lobby. Da 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 da. So they're just, if somebody finds their building by accident, ask a certain amount of questions, a certain question on a list, and then if they give a normal answer, tell them to leave. If their answers seem suspicious, I'm guessing, because that's redacted for some reason, take them to a back room. If they pass a test, give them a job. I don't know. It doesn't say what. It just says then redact immediately. Redacted immediately. So it doesn't say give them a job or whatever. Just says remember there's no such thing as too suspicious. So basically if some random
over and over.
Some random Joe walks into the lobby, they don't strike up a conversation, see if they're a random dude or not. If they are, they tell them to leave. If not, they give them some kind of test. Okay, so urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We recognize certain redacted, informed by our own redacted, and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially redacted in popular culture using redacted or bureau-made anthology television program. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. So, a collective imagination is creating phenomena around the world. Certain paranatural phenomenon contain clear elements of popularized folklore. AWEs that only occur on redacted. A pair of scissors that consumes human redacted through two punctures on the redacted. These details living in the minds of so many have been given strengths through build. So it's like a pair of scissors that is like a vampire? So urban legends are not just stories for children, they're paranatural realities waiting to happen. Okay, so this is so fucked, man. Okay. So the combined imagination of everybody in the world creates items. Like, I understand the concept. But how the fuck would you ever keep that quiet? That's the radio. I don't want to turn that on. I mean, how could you ever keep that hidden? With how many movies and, movies, stories, we're constantly, like, that is our one thing as all humans, is media. We absorb it like nothing else. Oh, those are guards. Oh shit. The hiss, that's what they're called, the hiss. Ow, what was that? Oh. Forget you can do that.
Must cleanse control points.
Cleanse control points.
Corrupt.
Okay.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it.
What are you? Am I possessed by... Am I fucking... What? I have no idea what's going on. Can't look at any of those, so... Whatever they are. Cleanse control point. Okay. Gotta fight the hiss, I guess. And the whole place is turning into a regular building again. Okay.
Holy shit.
So,
We did it.
this place...
Can you hear me?
Yeah, hang on, I'm talking.
Are you with us?
Yeah, I'm
The
here.
Bureau.
I don't know. Sure.
Are you still sane?
Not really anymore. Is that all your questions? I'm trying to talk. Okay. So,
Please,
this
talk
is...
to me.
Shut up, I'm trying to talk to
We
them.
saw you deal with them.
Shut up, 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 shut up. Leave me alone. But basically, okay, so I'm trying to wrap my head around this. This shit is so fucking nuts.
Is it safe now?
Oh my god. Not in a minute, I'm about to shoot you, if I could. That's a weird room. But basically, this building is somehow shifting through realities in a way, if that makes sense. And these things anchor it, if I'm guessing correctly. I could be completely fucking wrong, you know, it's like the first 30 minutes of a game, so... That's damaged. I wonder if that does anything. But, what can I do to it now? Fast travel or outfits? It's change an outfit. I can't change an outfit. Okay. But I can fast travel. That's odd. So... Shelter. But apparently I'm possessed by some kind of ghost. I don't know. Like it's doing all that crap. And talking to me in some weird way.
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie?
Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting.
I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
How do they know that? I didn't even technically know that. It's on my name
Director
plastered everywhere.
Faden. Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this
Hiss?
that works. Somehow the hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown.
What the
It
fuck was
seems to have
that?
spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You
HRA?
are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director.
The hell is she
obviously.
wearing?
I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Talk more, because I have
Trench
no
is
fucking
dead.
clue what's going on.
Shot.
Ah,
I found his body. And the gun.
Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
the service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
Yeah.
I'm not ready to tell her
Hell
about
if
you
I
yet.
know. I don't
A
even know what
janitor
the
left.
fuck is going on, lady.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. It's
Well, technically, no. I
I
just entered the
can't
building. The
even-
janitor just told me to go to the
Look,
fucking elevator.
Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
Who the fuck is
But
Dylan?
there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the bureau she's a part of.
Yes. I can try.
I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together.
Who? God damn it, who?
Okay.
That's all I want to fucking know.
We did it before. Push the hiss out.
This is pretty much to where I played to before, so I'm not much further than anybody else. So, I mean, as far as what's going on, fuck if I know. Let's see if there's another box in here. FBC. There's a classified file. Let's see. Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the oldest house. Okay, so this place isn't a bureau, it's a house, apparently. The oldest one? When the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control point in the blank arrangement, the surrounding areas will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. The control points were discovered by detection of an unobstructed ping using the blank within a 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures, or why would you redact that and not nerve junctures? Or vulnerable spots of the oldest house, because maybe that's the actual what they are. I don't know. Anyway, the common factor of these theories is that control points are susceptible to external influences which allow us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain parts of the building refuse to be stabilized? Why is that redacted? I don't get it. It's like a haunted house. It's like a smart house. It's like a million different things that's going on in this one place alone. The imagination has royally fucked the world. Okay, let's see if we can heal this chick. No problem. F. Doesn't look good. Is she healed? Come back to life. No, she's dead.
It didn't work.
I turned her into a
Hiss has
cloud.
burrowed too deep.
The hiss manifests in human hosts in numerous ways. The most common and least intense form is seen as many corrupted agents floating throughout the Bureau. Why? The hiss agent has maintained their human appearance, undergoing no obvious physical transformation. The most notable distinction from an unaffected human is the fact that they levitate. No shit. These hiss, for some reason that's in a file, even though I just named them, whatever. And I didn't notice it the 2 times before, forgive me. The hiss has displayed no aggressive behavior. They were shooting at me. Oh, these hiss. Okay. They only seem interesting in vocalizing the strange incantation ad infinitum. Okay, perhaps these vessels are only meant to propagate the hiss corruption, like spores or Wi-Fi boosters. Or are they cocoons prepared to enter the next stage of evolution? When attacked, hiss agents disappear, perhaps entering a state of invisibility or undergoing a transformation into purely resonant form. Research is ongoing. Refer to file for a full report. It's all going to be blocked out anyway.
Ripping it out rips them apart.
Okay, so no super saving people.
We need to make a plan, Jesse.
Okay, those talking people are annoying, so I guess I just get to kill them. Why is that thing damaged? I saw that hole earlier, but I thought I did that when I shot it, but this is not me. That's unlocked. Do I want to go anywhere else before I talk to her? I guess not.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
Sure.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much
What
already.
does it really matter? You're the director.
I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved
Hadron
us.
Resonance Amplifiers.
A few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench, the ghost, or whatever he is, he mentioned something called the hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone, a direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the hotline?
And who is the board?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
Okay.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here?
I don't think we have a choice.
I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
It's a nice little audio transition there. I like that. Okay, so
I know
that's
this
the
is all new to you,
hotline.
so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know.
Oh
There
yeah.
are no stupid questions. The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs.
Shut up.
The hotline should be in the communications department.
Origin of the hiss.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily.
She seems like she drank entirely too much coffee this morning.
You mentioned the
Which in my
oldest
case
house.
is impossible, but
What is it?
whatever.
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. I mean, you've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door.
Okay.
So she obviously, whatever's possessing her or riding along with her in her head, obviously hasn't been with her for very long, is what I'm guessing.
This trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
Yeah, is he?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah.
I'm not complaining, but the character seems strangely unattached to everything.
Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this?
Period. Tilted.
Got it.
So,
Thanks.
some objects, like the ghost world, the supernatural world, comes into contact with some of these objects and twists them. Now, some objects turn volatile or just cannot be used by another creature. They just do their own thing. Or, like my gun in the hotline, they turn into some kind of magical, useful object. Like the gun I'm holding used to be Excalibur, so...
So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
It seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one it seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
Yeah.
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
What's with your shirt? That question isn't on here, but I do want to ask, why do you have like an overshirt over your shirt? I mean, I don't know. It's weird. Anyway.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
Yeah, it's a very weird shirt. It's like a polo that has sleeves attached to it. I don't know, that's stupid looking to me.